ever was. To catch them is my real test. To train them is my cause. I will travel across the land, searching far and wide. Each Pokemon to understand the power that's inside. A heart so true, our courage will pull us through. You teach me and I'll teach you. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all. Yeah. Every challenge along the way, with courage I will face. I will battle every day to claim my rightful place. Come with me, the time is right. There's no better team. Arm in arm, we'll win the fight. It's always been our dream. A heart so true, our courage will pull us through. You teach me and I'll teach you. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all. Yeah. Gotta catch 'em all.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the Lincoln Pokemon League week number 1. We're in week number 1 of league play. Gonna be very exciting stuff here today. We've got some amazing games to show you. You can see the little tier list over there. Hello, hello, hello. And we have our lovely logos over here. We are going to be starting with our first game very, very soon. I'm just going to get it up for you guys. Hello, Lee, in the chat. Welcome to the Lincoln Pokemon League Week 1. We are going to be starting up for you right now. So, what does this tier list mean? So, this tier list on the side is what the teams drafted. So, last week, if you were around here, you would have seen a draft from all 10 teams in the Lincoln Pokemon League. And if you want to, go back and watch that VOD to see the full draft. Over here is just a little reminder. If you want to have a look at those. Hello, Sunny, in the chat. We're going to be starting very, very soon with game number 1. But yes, each team drafted 12 Pokemon from different tiers. So we'll be heading into them and we'll be seeing what happens next. But let's head into this first game right now. Okay, rightio. I'm going to stop that, and I will jump into this slide over here. So, we're going to be starting off with the Drifloon Breezers, piloted by Quasar, versus the Growlithe Burnouts, piloted by Verumex. And you can see over here that for Verumex, gonna draft the Gyarados and the Charizard up here as well for for those. And then the Onyx and the Blaziken as well on the side of Quasar here. So going to be an interesting start. Let's see what happens here in game number 1 of the first set of the Lincoln Pokemon League. Let's start it off. Right, so Crawdon going to come out, starting off with that. Okay, let's see. Gonna switch out into the Tapu Lele. And the Terrain gonna come out here. U-turn, gonna hit with a crit for 66%. My goodness, what a start. And gonna switch out into the Breloom after the U-turn. Oh my god, the Focus Sash keeps the Breloom alive. Hooey. And the Tapu Lele goes down after the Bullet Seed. And that's going to be first kill to Varumex there. First faint. So, Quasar going to switch into the Ninetales. And that's going to be a dead Breloom with a super effective Moon Blast. Good stuff there. Let's see who Varumex picks into this one for the Growlithe Burnouts. It's gonna be the Charizard. And going to take the Mega Evolve as well on turn number 4. Ooh, the Aurora Veil fails that time. And the Fire Blast gonna come out, and that's gonna miss! Oh my goodness! And so now we're going to have the Sunlight come out. And that means Blaziken's going to get switched in from Quasar on the side of the Drifloon Breezes. And Blaziken going to take 71% off of that Fire Blast. My goodness. Ooh, and the Air Slash gonna take out the Blaziken. And this Charizard's still on full health here. Ninetales gonna come back out. I'm gonna bring out the Weather of Hail. Here we go. Sun's out of that, and it's gonna be the Aurora Veil this time. This time it actually comes out. And the Fire Blast is super effective for 80%, and it's burned! Hail does a little bit of damage there. And it's going to be the switch out into the Gyarados for the Growlithe Burnouts. Ooh, the burn. Just chipping away at this Ninetales here. The Freeze Ray is super effective. And that's all of the health. That is a dead Gyarados there. And now the Pokemon are evened up. But if this Ninetales takes one more hit of this burn, it's going to go down. Charizard coming back out here. And it's going to be the switch into the Steelix for the Drifloon Breezes. Sunlight's still strong there. Oh, and it's the Mega Evolve for the Steelix from Quasar on the Drifloon Breezes. It's a missed Fire Blast there. And the Rock Slide going to be super effective, and that's going to take out the Charizard, who's been causing a lot of trouble for the Drifloon Breezes there. And that's a good knockout there from Quasar. Does bring out the Volcarona, the Growlithe Burnouts. And that's a super effective hit using the Flamethrower. I'm sorry there. Rock Slide going to come out. That's going to miss. Great stuff there. My goodness. Varumex. And the Flamethrower are going to kill off the Steelix. And that's the Mega Evolution gone. And let's see who the Drifloon Breezers choose to put in here. It's going to be the Melmetal. And Flamethrower going to be super effective, but only does 35%. Not too bad. Oh, and that's an Oko! My goodness. I've got alerts turned off, Quasar. Sorry about that. I've got alerts turned off for this stream. Hello, Xenon in the chat. But, oh my goodness, what an Oko right there. Big stuff. And the Flare Blitz gonna clean it up. Take out this Melmetal here. Quardon gonna come out here. I'll show you the back straight in a second, Connor. Ooh, 18% there. Off of that Aqua Jet. Oh, but leftovers. Oh, okay. So, Venomex picking up the leftovers here. Nice little held item on that one. And that's definitely going to be a dead Ninetales here. And it's only the Quardon remaining for Quasar and the Drifloon Breezers. Not looking the best, unfortunately. Especially with these full health monsters on the table. The knockoff going to take away the leftovers there. And do a substantial amount, but it's an Oko from Venomex there. And the Growlithe Burnouts are going to take game number 1 in this set here. Beautiful stuff from them. Let me update the scores for you. And so we'll head into game number 2 here of this set. Boom. Here we go. Game number 2 here. Starting off. And it looks like Sam has drafted the same team here as last time. No switches there. So going to be starting off with the Ninetales. Ooh, an Earthquake going to start it off with a big 63%. Aurora Veil coming out here. And the Hail are going to do about 5% there. Steelix. And the Hail again going to do a little bit of chip damage here. Going to be the switch out into the Charizard for the Growlithe Burnouts here. And it's going to be the Mega Evolution from Quasar and the Drifloon Breezers into the Mega Steelix here. And the Hail again going to be chipping away. However, going to be a change of weather here with the sun coming out, and that's going to be super effective against the Steelix. And that's going to be a dead Mega Evolution. Now, we got the 6v5 on the table. And the Charizard again doing a lot of work here. Ooh, and that's a big hit from the Melmetal Rock Slide. That's going to be a knockout. Evening up the Pokemon count here. Aurora Veil was Quasar's MVP for sure. It was so good. Well, there you go then. Very solid move there. Super effective 36% against that Melmetal. Oh, and that's a missed Rock Slide. This Volcarona has been dodging the attacks really consistently. And yeah, the chip damage coming out here. And the Rock Slide going to be super effective too. 41% loss there. Again, the burn. Chipping away at this Melmetal. And that's going to be a knocked out Melmetal there. Off of the Flare Blitz. Let's see who the Drifloon Breezers choose to put in here. Crawdonk coming out here. And the Gyarados going to be subbed in. Switch into the Blaziken, just trying to find a way in now, playing around each other a little bit. And the Thunder Punch gonna OHKO the Gyarados. And that's really big for Quasar and the Drifloon Breezers. Volcarona coming out again. The Flare Blitz also going to OHKO the Volcarona, and this Blaziken putting in work. My goodness. Speed Boost comes out there. In that yellow health, that 2x speed. But the Mach Punch going to take out the Blaziken. And now it's a 3-on-3. The Tapu Lele going to change the terrain here. Oh, and that's the OHKO against the Breloom. My goodness. Oh, and the switch in. The chip kills the Darman. And now Verumex and the Growlithe Burnouts only have one more Pokemon left, and it's the Avalugg. And that's going to be a dead Avalugg off the Tapu Lele Psychic. And that's going to be game number 2 going to the Drifloon Breezers and Quasar. My goodness. Let's update those scores. And it's 1 apiece going into game number 3. So let's see what happens in this crucial game number 3 to win the first game of the league here. It's going to be the Crawdon coming out. And yeah, as said it in the chat, the Whimsicott is out against the Breloom, and that's going to be an OHKO with the Aqua Jet from Crawdon. Hooey! So the Gyarados is going to come out here. It's going to be the switch into the Tapu Lele, and that's going to change the terrain. Power Whip going to do 62% here. And the Thunderbolt going to OHKO. Oh my goodness, the amount of damage the Drifloon Breezers are outputting here. My goodness. Now the Steelix going to be coming out here. Air Slash going to be resisted for 30%. The Sunlight is out, though. Let's see if Verimex can capitalize off of this. And the Mega Steelix is out now for the Drifloon Breezers. And yeah, Verimex capitalizes off of the sun and going to take out that Mega Steelix. That's the second time that Charizard has taken out that Mega Steelix there. 2 in a row. And now the Ninetales going to come out. Aurora Veil going to get used here. And the Defog. Going to make avoiding those moves a little bit harder. And the Hail still down there, going to be doing a little bit of chip, but there's the Fire Blast, going to do a lot of damage there, 85% with the super effective hit. Oh, and the Hypnosis is going to miss. Oh no! Fire Blast, going to clean up the Ninetales there. Let's see who Quasar decides to put in with the Drifloon Breezers. Melmetal going to come out here, and it's going to be a switch into the Avalugg from Verimex and the Growlithe Burnouts. Rock Slide going to be 23%. And the Hail going to do a little bit of chip, but the Leftover is going to bring that back up. The double Iron Bash. Oh my goodness, and the crits. Hooey. And that Avalugg is so low. The Leftover is going to put it back up to 10%, but it can definitely be an easy clean here if there's no switch, and there is a switch into the Sir Charles Charizard. That double Iron Bash going to be resisted, but still knocking off about 50% off of this Charizard. Into turn 12 now, and it's going to be the super effective Fire Blast for 50%. And the double Iron Bash going to clean up the Charizard there with the Melmetal. Now it's a 4-on-3. And it's going to be the Whimsicott. I'm loving these names, Verimex, by the way. Wimothy. Oh, the Paralyzed! Oh my god, off of the Stun Spore. Brilliant play, but the double Iron Bash still gonna crit. And that's going to be a dead Whimsicott. My goodness, wow. And now, the Avalugg on 10%. Going to clean up the Melmetal. But the Growlithe Burnout's in a difficult position here. In a 3-2 with this Avalugg on 10%. Into the Blaziken for the Drifloon Breezers. And that's going to be a dead Avalugg. And the one left is the Volcarona for the Growlithe Burnouts. My goodness. So here we go. And that's going to be the Oko crit to end it off with the Blaziken. And that's going to be the Drifloon Breezers taking the first game of the tournament there. Hooey. My goodness gracious. Brilliant stuff. Right there. I should really turn the lights on in this room. I'm in fact going to do that right now. There we go. Right. You guys had a lot to say about that one there. And that's going to be Quasar and the Drifloon Breezers taking game number 1 of the tournament there. And, this next game, let me just load it up for you guys. Is going to be the Freaky Flokies versus the Meowth Moolah Makers here. So that's going to be the next game up. So, let me get that game up for you right now. Oh, wrong slide, wasn't it? My goodness gracious. Look at what I'm doing here today. Right. So let me change the team names here. And we'll head into this next game as soon as possible. Oh. Okay, that's gone off the screen. Let me make that a bit smaller. Ooh, Dan Dabs on stream. Okay, we'll do that right now, actually. While we're waiting. Okay, here you go. There you go. Hoo-wee. Hoo-wee. Hoo. I'm just using the in-game Pokemon Showdown music at the minute, Quasar, because that's what I've set the stream up for, so that's what we're doing now. So we're going to be heading into this game as soon as we can. Rightio. Let's get into this second set here. Ooh. Wrong thing. I always do this. Wrong slide. Right. Here we go. Hooey. Okay, right. Let's get into set number 2. The Freaky Flokies versus the Moolah Makers. Let's play it. Okay, so PokePrince going to be piloting the Freaky Flokies here. And Pizza going to be piloting the Meowth Moolah Makers. And it's going to be the Persian sent out against the Pelipper here, and it's going to be the fake out to start. Hooey. And the rain gonna be falling here. And it's going to be the Swampert, Giga Chad Swampert from PokePrince. The Thunder going to be immune, and that's a good read from Matt. Pizza going to switch out into the Rillaboom here. And it's going to be the Mega Evolution into the Mega Swampert here from the Freaky Flokies. So let's see. Oh, it's going to be switching out into the Goodra. And it's just... Oh my goodness. Matt! This is just great play here for Matt so far. And now Pizza with the Clefable. And it's going to be the leftovers getting activated there as the held item. Oh my god, the Sludge Wave going to be critting, but 1%. The Stealth Rock going to be used for a bit of chip damage there. Stop the switches in being so free. And there's the leftovers. It's going to be the switch into the Aegislash. And now we're going into the... Oh my goodness. And it's going to be the stance change into the blade form as well. That's not very effective there. Only 4%. And the Rocky Helmet knocks back a little bit of damage too. The switch into the Latias here. And the Stealth Rock right back at you from the Freaky Flokies here. These names for the map, my goodness. Okay. The Latias gonna Mega Evolve here. And it's going to be the Mystical Fire. That's not enough damage that you want from a Mega Evolution there. But the Calm Mind going to activate there, and that's going to be a good little buff for the Latias here. The switch into the Swampert here, the Mega Swampert. Oh, and the Psyshock going to do 61%. Big damage there. Neither player has lost a Pokemon yet at 12-13. Turn 12/13, I should say. Sorry. And that's going to be the Psyshock going to take out Giga Chad there. And now we've got Zapdos coming out. Hey yo, you guys been to that SawCon convention? And it's going to be the 29 hidden power, 29% there. Oh, the Roost though! Going to heal Latias back up here. Good stuff from the Meowth Moolah makers. Considering how Matt started this game with a couple of really good reads, the Meowth Moolah makers now creating quite a good surge forward here. And the Stealth Rocks putting in work too. With a little bit of chip damage. And the leftovers going to heal it back up though. Oh, and the Psyshock going to clean up. And the Pelipper going to come out here, and the Rain going to start some weather on the field here. And the Psyshock just does so much damage here. And this Latias is really sweeping the Freaky Flokies at the minute. It's going to be the resist from Latias, but the paralysis. The Psyshock, though, still does go through. And this Latias is sweeping up the Fleeky Flokies. And now the Goodra going to try and attempt to make a last-ditch effort against this Latias here with the Dragon Pulse. And the Psyshock is just going to crit as well. Oh my goodness. Now there's only one left. And this could be a 6-0 sweep. And it is a 6-0 sweep from the Meowth Moolah makers for game number 1. My goodness. The Meowth Moolah makers gonna take game number 1 in brilliant fashion there. And we've got the hydration station coming out, so here we go. So there you go. We don't have sound alerts this stream. I've turned them off because tournament runs and stuff like that. So we'll be heading into this game number 2 right now. Another hydration station, my goodness. So, oh lord, rip. Matt gets a lot of luck this match. So, oh Jesus. Lord. Guys, please. Here we go. Martuk can get a dab on stream to make up for it. Okay, there you go. There's the hydration station, and we are going to be heading into this next game right now. Of the Fleeky Flokies versus the Meowth Moolah makers. Hopefully that 6-0 hasn't affected Matt that much. And it's going to be the fake out to start. Heading into turn 2, it's going to be a protect. Let's see if Matt has actually used... Yeah, the Hurricane and the protect is useful there. So Swampert gonna come out here. Into the... Oh my goodness. And you will see a switch out here from Matt as well into the Ditto. So, you didn't see that last game either. Oh, and the Earthquake gonna Oko the Minun. And it's gonna be a good start for Matt this time. And the Fleeky Flokies getting first blood here in game number 2. So Rillaboom gonna activate the grassy surge, the grassy terrain here. It's gonna be Zapdos. And the U-turn for the Rillaboom. And another static! Oh my goodness! But the U-turn saves it, and it's going to be the Latias now. And the Mega Latias. Hurricane going to do a solid amount of damage to this Latias here. The Calm Mind going to buff it up. Matt really needs to finish off this Latias quickly here. Good damage there. Oh, and the Roost going to be the HP restored. Matt really needed that. get rid of this Latias that sweeped the team last time. The confusion though. Notice that Zapdos outspeeds here. My EVs were a bit more spec to fight Sizer and Kingler, but Matt didn't bring them. Yeah. Remember, each team has 12 Pokemon, and you bring 6 to the battle. And you can sub out 2. So, it's going to be the imposter from Among Us coming out from Ditto into the Mega Latias. Psyshock gonna activate. Gonna activate the Calm Mind again to get that 2 times buff here. It's going to be the Pelipper. Going to activate the Rain again. Gonna be the Roost to get back up to full health from the Meowth Moolah Makers and Pizza. Psyshock gonna do over half to this Pelipper. And the U-turn from the Pelipper. What's Matt gonna switch into though? It's going to be the Ditto. So back into the Mega Latias we go. And the resistance to the Psyshock there. And another Roost. Hooey. You can see that the Meowth Moolah Makers really want this Mega Latias to stay up. And now it's going to be the Mega Swampert coming in. That's a big damage from the Psyshock as well. And that Waterfall, like it says on the screen, not very effective. Only a quarter of the health. And that Psyshock is going to clean up the kill. Thank you, TPR. Thank you for dropping by. Oh, and that's the Oko from the Latias. And now Matt in pretty much the same position as game 1, only with 1 Pokemon down. The Ditto should do a little bit though. Could this be a Roost again from the Mega Latias? It is a Roost. Big read from me. I'll redeem that one in a bit, but here we go. Yeah, the Psyshock again. And just trading Psyshocks now. This is what we call neutral, apparently. And I'm assuming this Latias is going to Roost next turn. Yeah, there it is. This Ditto putting in a little bit of work here. Another Roost from this Latias, potentially. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, the Meowth Moolah Makers do not want this Latias to go down, and this means the Goodra's coming in now. Back up to full for the Latias. And that's going to be the Oko. For this Latias, and this is a dangerous situation for Matt. Matt just really needs to get rid of this Latias in any way possible. Hooey. Gonna be a switch into Aegislash. The Psyshock. And now going to be the switch out into the Pelipper. To activate the Rain again from Matt. And also, if you didn't notice, the Aegislash did switch into the Blade form. Oh, and it's the 1% survival on the Pelipper. My goodness. However, do remember that is still 5-3 for the Meowth Moolah makers. And here comes the Zapdos. Shadow Sneak, gonna clean up this kill here. And the Ditto comes out. And I think this is gonna be a dead Ditto potentially, but into shield form. For this Aegislash, King Shield for the protect. And that's a good protect there from the Meowth Moolah makers and Pizza. And the Persian, what a read from Pizza here. Good stuff. Good switch into the Persian there. And now this Pelipper on 1% health. I don't think Matt has much of a chance here. That's going to be the super effective. Hooey. Now, Ditto is all that's left on like 10%. %, excuse me, I thought it was 10. The Thunder onto the Persian, and it paralyzed. But that's going to be a dead Ditto, and the Meowth Moolah makers are going to sweep it 2-0. Good stuff from Pizza there. Unfortunate for the Freaky Flokies and Matt. And I will also do the redeems now as well. There we go. So, while I'm setting this up, let me tell you who's up next. Hooey. So, up next is going to be the Aipom Mischief Makers, piloted by Sunny CB, versus the Tectonic Tyrants, piloted by A2BS there. Let me update the slides for you. Versus the Tectonic Tyrants. Let me update this for you. Right, let me just quickly get this one set up. For set number 3 of today. Okay, I think we're all ready to head into set number 3 of today. The Tectonic Tyrants versus the Aipom Mischief Makers. Let's get it started. The Abomasnow coming out as the first pick for the Mischief Makers. And Battle Timer is on, requested by the Mischief Makers there, apparently. Okay. So, the Gliscor going to have the Poison Heal. And it's going to be the U-turn for the Victini. Let's see who the Tectonic Tyrants switch into. It's going to be the Azumarill. And the substitute too from the Gliscor. Ice Punch coming out from the Azumarill, and the substitute goes away. Swords Dance for the Gliscor, get that 2 times attack up here. Oh, and it's a super effective Ice Punch. And the Facade going to clean up the Azumarill. 88%. My goodness. Now the Ferrothorn coming out from the Tectonic Tyrants. Oh, the Earthquake gonna do the 75%. 3/4 of the damage to Ferrothorn already sorted with. Now this Gliscor on its last legs, and there it goes from the hail. However, the Ferrothorn is on 19, and Ninetales going to come out here. Going to be switch into the Victini here. The substitute. You can see the Aipom Mischief Makers favouring that substitute. Really living up to their name at the minute. And the Scorching Sands are going to be a critical hit for 50%. Oh, and the Victini going to stay alive. On 3% there. My goodness. And it's obviously going to be a switch out into the Rotom W for the Tectonic Tyrants here. And we're going to be utilizing the leftovers as the held item. And the Volt Switch gonna take out the Ninetales there. But this one is very close here. Even though the Aipom Mischief Makers have 2 Pokemon down, they have done a lot of damage to the Tectonic Tyrant side here. Into the Shaman. And the yawn into the Drowsy. Okay. The Earth Power going to get the Oko. My goodness, the Shaman. Now the Shaman's asleep. Okay, Venusaur coming out. Oh, Shaman wakes up from the natural cure and the switch out into the Mandibuzz. 30%. Oh no. The Mega Evolved Venusaur. Oh, here we go. The knockoff. For the Mandibuzz. Leech Seed misses. And now it's back into the Rotom W. Leech Seed going to be sapped. And there's the Volt Switch, only 8% though. Switches back into the Shaman. Oh, the Sludge Bomb gonna do 3/4 of Shaman's health there. And the crit from the Hidden Power as well. And the Sludge Bomb gonna clean up the Shaman there. I'll redeem that one a bit later, Cal. And this Victini on 3%. ATBS probably trying to use this as a clean switch. But the Psychic gonna be super effective. And this Venusaur on 4%. Switch into the Featherthorn here. And the Synthesis gonna heal up the Venusaur back up to 54%. Stealth Rock. And there's the Weather Ball. Gonna be resisted by the Featherthorn though. Good damage there. Synthesis activates. And there's the Leech Seed as well. This Weather Ball. Yeah. Ironhead gonna do the 15%. Oh no. Sunny. Oh no, the Apom Mischief Makers with only Sludge Bomb and Weather Ball. So Venusaur trying to close this out with the Weather Ball here. Whereas the Featherthorn crits an Ironhead and the Synthesis. Oh my goodness. Is he gonna get hell with Weather Ball? Oh no! Not just yet. 1% on the Featherthorn. The knockoff though. There's the Weather Ball finally going to kill the Featherthorn. Knock out that Featherthorn there. Now it's a 3-on-3. Oh, sorry, 3-on-2. My apologies. And here we go into the Mandibuzz here. Sludge Bomb. Going to do 30%. And now the Synthesis again. My goodness, this is like the Roost a little bit ago that we saw trying to keep this one Pokemon alive and well. And speaking of Roost, the Mandibuzz has it as well. So the foul play. There's the Sludge Bomb and the poison. But luckily the Lumberry was the held item there. Nice little thinking ahead by the Tectonic Tyrants and A2BS there. And the Sludge Bomb going to clean up the Votom W. And Mandibuzz is the only one that's left in a 3v1 here. The knockoff only going to do 9%, and I think it's all over. GG's and a handshake after this Sludge Bomb on next turn. Yeah, knockoff, and I think the fat lady is sung for this game here. And the Aipom Mischief Makers gonna take that one with half of the team left standing. My goodness. Rightio, let me update the scorecard for you then. Right, let's get into this game number 2. And you can see that there's a switch out here from the Tectonic Tyrants with the Beedrill. Will-O-Wisp going to get the burn to start off the game onto the Bronzong. And the Toxic trading the status effects there. Interesting start. And, yeah, like it's being said in the chat, A2BS has a much better lead off this time. Bronzong activates the Stealth Box. Gonna try and get some chip damage on the board here. And it's going to be the Torkoals getting switched in here. And the knockoff is going to take off the Charcoal there. And switch into the Victini. Oh, and the Yawn. Good stuff from the Torkoal there. And Sunny. Piloting the Aipom Mischief Makers. The Resist. Off of the U-turn, and that's a good play from A2BS. To switch into the Shaman, stop yourself getting put to sleep there on the Victini. Now the Bronzong going to be switched back in. And the Hidden Power isn't going to be effective against this Bronzong here. And the Bronzong also has leftovers, so going to be interesting to see. Victini going to be switched back in here. Into the Torkoal. And the Psychic going to do a lot more damage this time, over 50%, over half health. And that's going to be a dead Torkoal. And that's going to be the first blood of this game here, going to the Tectonic Tyrants. Much slower game, this one. Heading into turn 9, or 10 turn I should say. Only one Pokemon down, I say that as the blue flare gets the Oko. And makes it 6-4. And so Sunny gonna bring out the Ninetales here. U-turn. Switching out the Victini. What into though? Into the Rotom W here. Oh, the Levitate. Stops the Scorching Sands there. However, the poison is still there. And so the substitute going to be put in place for this Ninetales here. Hydro Pump hits the substitute there. Rotom uses its leftovers to get hit by the Toxic again, and that Energy Ball is going to do almost near half health there. But that Rotom Hydro Pump is going to clean up the Ninetales. There you go. And now a 2BS with a much better start to this game here. And well noticed in the chat there, the weather, sun was gone. So the Ninetale just has to dip there. So the Will-O-Wisp going to be stuck onto the Abomasnow. Oh, the Aurora Veil. We said this earlier, that the Abomasnow was taking this Aurora Veil. It worked well earlier with the Ninetales. The Alolan Ninetales, I should say. So let's see how it works here. And that's going to be one onto the board for the Aipom Mischief Makers and Sunny CB. And that Focus Blast going to miss there. The Ferrothorn avoiding it. The hail crashing down here. And it's going to be a switch into the Victini again. Some good switch outs from the A2BS here. Focus Blast only does 20 there. This Abomasnow getting burned and hailed, and now the blue flare is going to take it out. That's two of them with the blue flare there. Now it's the Venusaur. Sunny really needs to do something and is trying to, evolving the Venusaur into a Mega. The Psychic though gonna do 30% there, and the Sludge Bomb going to hit right back. And now the Hail coming into play here with this chip damage. And now the Aurora Veil has gone away. This could be dangerous, and it is dangerous with the Psychic. Gonna hit for 53, and that's gonna be a dead Venusaur. And now the Aipom Mischief Makers on their last. And the Bronzong has to come in here. Gonna get hit by the Stealth Box, and still burn on this Bronzong, and the blue flag gonna clean it up for game number 2, and it's one apiece. My goodness. And now we're heading into a crucial game 3. So let's see who's going to win this one. Let's see if there's any switches. And there is a switch into the Ludicolo. Oh, here we go. Let's start it off then. subs in the Ludicolo. So let's see how that affects the Aipom Mischief Maker's strategy here. Now the Ninetales going to be taking 85% off of the Earth power. And the Ninetales going to be OHKOing the Shaymin there. And that's going to be a good start for the Aipom Mischief Makers. However, this Ninetales on 15 not looking very healthy. The Ninetales surviving off of the U-turn. Rotom going to get switched in, and now the Ninetales has an opportunity to do a little bit of damage. Or switch out from the Aipom Mischief Makers, it could be. But no, just going to deal with the damage and take the death there. Does 50 to the Rotom, and that's not too bad there, taking off half of that Rotom W's health there. And now it's going to be a switch into the Victini from the Tectonic Tyrants. Who are the Aipom Mischief Makers going to switch in? Switch into the Torkoal. Going to be the Poison. Toxic Poison going to start. I think this next kill going to be very important here, this next feint. Switch into the Mandibuzz. Oh, and the Eruption! 91%! But this Mandibuzz is alive! Now the knockoff. Going to take off the Charcoal. We saw that last time as well. So that's just going to... That knockoff going to mean the end of that Mandibuzz. And now the Torkoal taking quite a big chunk of damage from that Toxic, actually. 9%, you know. Now the Ludicolo, the first we've seen of this mon, this set. Look at him vibing. And the Energy Ball going to be super effective and a crit, and that's going to be a dead Rotom. And now Sunlight gone there. No more weather on the field, and now the Beedrill is going to come out. Switching to the Gliscor there from the Aipom Mischief Makers and Sunny CB. And here comes the Mega Beedrill here. 30% on the board there with the Poison Jab. And the Toxic does stay on. U-turn, there it is. And let's see what the switch into is. That's another 30% on the board, and it's going to be into the Victini. Earthquake going to be super effective. And that's going to be a dead Victini. Now switching into the Beedrill here. Scissor coming out. And the Earthquake gonna OHKO! My goodness, from the Gliscor, putting in so much work. And I think the Aipom Mischief Makers might have it in the bag here. Just got to tie up the loose ends of this Ferrothorn. Substitute from the Gliscor. For Thorn tried to get the knockoff. And the poison heal as well. Oh, the swords dance, my goodness. There goes the substitute. The poison heal gonna heal Gliscor back up to 33%. And that Earthquake gonna do 69%, the funny number on the board, and the Toxic Orb is off, but I think it's all but said and done here for the Tectonic Tyrants. Yeah, there it is, the Earthquake is going to end it off, and Sunny CB and the Aipom Mischief Makers going to take the set 2-1. Brilliant stuff there from the Aipom Mischief Makers. Hooey, and while we're all processing that one, I will go and search up for the next game here. And if you don't know about this league, feel free to check out the tier list. I think it's on that side. Yeah, tier list on that side. And the lovely logos on the other side as well. Of what people drafted over there. So there you go. Feel free to have a look through that in your own time. I will let you know who's next. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just sorting it out now. Okay, yes it is. It's going to be the Clobopus Brawlers versus the Dubious Dwebbles. Hydration Station's coming out there. There you go, guys. Rightio. Let's set up this game for you guys, huh? Right. Oh, that's a bit of a big name there. I'll shorten that down. There we go. Versus the Dubious Dwebbles. Do. Okay. Rightio. Let's get this game ready to go then. Let's hop into the fourth set of tonight. The Clobopus Brawlers versus the Dubious Dwebbles. Ooh. There we go. Let's get it started. Some GLHFs in the chat before everything starts off. You love to see it. Some sportsmanship there. So Jensen, piloting the Clobopus Brawlers. And Ginge piloting the dubious Dwebbles. We do have nicknames on the board here. But, let's see here. Gonna be starting off with this Decidueye against the Heatran after the switch. Jensen going to get the leftovers going. You can see that's the held item there. Call the Heatran by its name. I'll do it, but I'll do it when you don't expect it. How about that? Okay, I will call this Sceptile by its name. Here we go. So, Car Smells taking 20% of the health here. And it's going to Mega Evolve. And there is a big bit of damage right there from this Stoutland Terrance. That's a good name for Stoutland, I think. That's a good name. You should name your Stoutlands Terrance. But back to the game anyway. We got the Rotom H coming out here. And the Corviknight going to be putting on the Reflect and then switching into the Electivire. Oh, the Motor Drive. Also going to activate, get that 1.5 speed buff there. And that's an overheat kill there. 94% off of the Rotom H. My goodness. Now, we have the Heatran back in. Volt Switch, going to do 13% there, not too bad. Now, here's the switch into the Tyranitar. Magma Storm, going to be hitting for 12. And here's the Mega Tyranitar from the Dwebbles here. Big super effective hits on the board there. And there's the Toxic. Ooh. Going to try and chip out this Mega Evolve. Here, now the leftovers coming out from Pewface. I felt awful saying that. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It felt awful. It didn't feel right. But here we go. Switch into the Corviknight. And that's going to be a dead T-Tar. And into the Rotom H, who almost goes out to the Stealth Rock. But the Volt Switch is super effective and kills the Corviknight. My goodness, what a play from the dubious Dwebbles. Hooey! %1 off of the Stealth Rock. Now we have the Excadrill and the Regice going to be switched in here. Oh, and the brick break. Ooh. Big damage there. From the Excadrill. And now Heatran. Also going to get hit by the brick break, and it isn't really looking good for the Clobopus Brawlers right now, and Jensen. Snorlax, the last hope of this team. And it was the one nickname I haven't seen yet, and yet it's the one I hate the most. And there's the curse. Yeah, Brick Break to end the set there. Or end the game, not the set. Apologies. And that's going to be the Dubious Dwebbles taking game number 1. And you like to see that in the chat. That these guys going to ask for switches, going to ask for breaks, you know, nice to see. Now, as we can see in the chat, Jensen and the Clobopus Brawler is going to go into a counter pick here. And let's see what it is. Hooey, the Tentacruel coming out here as well. And so let's get it on for game number 2. So we're going to be switching into the Rotom H. And the Focus Punch is going to do about 70. That's really good. And the switch into the Heatran. Overheat. Ooh-wee. And now... Vermex redeemed highlight my message. Who dis? It me! And now we have Stealth Rock coming in. Going to try and get some chip damage on the board. Another redeem from Vermex. Poo Face. Thanks for that, mate. And now, well, I really do like the shiny Tyrantrum. That's really nice. The close combat does 75%. 3/4 of the health of this Stoutland here. It's going to be the switch out into the Decidueye. And that was a great charm as well. Like the chat is saying. And the Ice Beam, going to be super effective. And the Freeze! Hooey, beautiful switch there. Let's see what the Clobopus Brawlers can get off of this. And it's another Ice Beam here. It's super effective. Oh no. This is pain here for the Dubious Dwebbles. Mr. Freeze with his rock polish here, and yeah, that's going to be a dead Pokemon there. That Decidueye. It's a really fast Regice there. Focus Blast coming out. Super effective body press for 80%. My goodness, and the Sandstorm does a little bit of chip too. Oh wait, yeah, that's dead off of, yeah, off of the Stealth Rock. That Rotom H is down. Now the Statland coming out. And it was a good sack, but now the Ice Beam with the 3 times speed from this Regice. That's some solid damage. Now the Skarmory coming out here. Thunderbolt super effective, and now the Clubberburst Paulers are on a streak of really nice moves. And the Roost gonna come out. And finally that Regice goes to the Sandstorm. Now the Electivire. And it's a similar situation, straight into the Excadrill. Oh, and it's a great call out. Straight into the Tentacruel. That's a nice name on that Tentacruel. I like that one. And it's super effective. Get out of my head. But it looks like the dubious Dwebbles are staying in Jensen's head at the minute with that Earthquake Oko. And now Car Smells coming out to the field and Mega Evolving. Probably Mega Evolving into Cars Really Smells there. Veromex agrees with Sceptile there. Now back into Electivire. Straight into the Roost for the Skarmory. And now the Volt Switch is super effective. Tyrantrum. Here we go. Super effective 66 body press. Ugh. And this could be the moment the game changes here. Head Smash misses. Oh no! Oh my goodness, and it's back into the Mega Sceptile, but that's going to be killed by the Iron Head. And Jensen was looking so good this game with the Clubberburst Fallers, but the dubious Dwebbles have brought it all the way back. And now the T-Tar Mega going to be coming out here. The Focus Punch is going to take out the Mega T-Tar, but that leaves it in a 2-on-2. Now that's Excadrill. Switching to Roar here, the Tyran. And there it goes. Now, there's only one Mon left for the Clubberburst Ballers to bring it back. but I think it might be all said and done. With the Earthquake, it is 88%, and that's gonna be all over. Dubious Rebels take a very, very close second game. My goodness. Beautiful stuff. Right there. Hoo-wee. And now, with that all being said and done, we're going to be moving into the last set of today. Which is the Sleepy Shroomish versus the Shooting Starlies. The double S's facing off against each other here. And we've got a hydration station, so I'll do that right now. Right. Another hydration station. Okay. Right. Let's head into this next game here. This last set of the day. The Shooting Starlies versus the Sleepy Shroomish. Let's move that a bit more to the center there. There you go. That's looking a bit better. And so, let's get this final set of the day started here. Give me a couple of seconds here. So this game was actually played today. A couple of hours before the stream. So, this one's completely fresh here. And so, with that said, let's get into this last game of the Shooting Starlies versus the Sleepy Shroomish. Game number 1. Do. And we're starting off with Bastiodon. And the Mew. Okay. We got some nicknames on the board, always love to see it. The Stealth Rock to start off with. That's always good to start off with. And Car's already taunting with an L in the chat. My goodness. Car's naming their Conkeldurr cars. Okay. You know, if that's what you want, that's what you want. But the Ice Punch is going to be super effective from them, and it's going to be 62%. I think the Shooting Starlies all have YouTuber names, it looks like. And the Among Us jumping right into it. There's Aurora, Ian from Smosh, about to try to say shut up to this Cars. But, gonna be taking a bit of damage before that. And the Mach Punch gonna be a crit. And that's going to be the first one down. We got the Garchomp on the board here. 27%. Solid amount of health there. But the Ice Punch going to be super effective for them cars. And despite what we thought about the stall strategy for them cars, they're really putting some damage on the board here. Now, Bastiodon against this Conkeldurr, and the Mach Punch again. That's 3 in a row for this Conkeldurr, and the Conkeldurr is finally going to go out to the burn. Oh no, not to the burn, to the Rocky Helmet. I'm sorry. My goodness. And now, cars, they're going to go in for the kiss there. And now, the Amoonguss back in. Air Slash going to do a quarter of the health bar there. So the Toxic going to come out there. Solid damage. Air Slash again doing 25, quarter of the health bar. Now the Scald coming out here. Leftovers is the held item for this Milotic, or Milotic, however you want to say it. Air Slash crit going to be 30%. And the poison going to be chipping away. And both of these Pokemon quite low now, and it's the flinch! Oh no! Oh, but the poison going to take out the Cloud! Oh my goodness! What a series of events! And now Goku 02 going to take out this Milotic. Go check out Goku02.com. I'm signed by them. They're my sponsor. But here we go. Back into the Among Us. And the Swords Dance gonna raise the attack. Oh my god, the foul play! Does so much of that health bar. My goodness. Mega Horn is gonna miss. Oh no. And the foul play gonna knock out Goku 02 from the bracket there. There you go, Goku02.com. Highlight the message. If you scroll down there, you'll see my name. But, we've got the Nia Mew coming in here from Cars. They're going to use the taunt. Ooh. Now the Black Sludge going to heal up the Among Us. So you're gonna do 60%. And the foul play only doing around 20. Nia now at the funny number percent. And now we have the Gardevoir. Oh, I see what the Shooting Star Leaves have gone for here. It's a classic YouTuber theme. Classic YouTubers is what it is. And now we have the Mega Gardevoir coming out now. Ooh. just half of the health bar there. This Mew on 6%. Surely it's gonna go next turn unless there's a switch out. But the Moonblast gonna hit. And now Cars, they are down to 2 Pokemon, and the Shooting Starly is also on 2. Sableye coming out and evolves into the Mega. The Moonblast going to be super effective, doing 90%. Hoo-wee. And now the taunt's gone away. Oh, and it's a good protect there for them Cars. Stop the Moonblast there. And that's going to also help because there's a burn now on the board. Now the Toxapex coming out. Menace75, also another Goku02.com member there. Does quarter of the health bar with that. And now Cars in trouble, but the recover! And the Black Sludge gonna recover a bit more too. The burn chipping away at this Gardevoir. That's super effective though. That's 60% of the health. We talked about the Cars stall strategy in the draft. And seems to be coming out a little bit here. Yeah. This is 3 or 4 turns of recover right now from Cars here. Yeah, look at this. The Shooting Starlies just can't seem to find a way to kill out this Toxapex in one hit. Oh, that's so close. Surely this time around for this Gardevoir. Surely. Oh, the Healing Wish. My goodness. What? Now the Amoonguss up against the Sableye Mega. Oh. The Spore. That's not going to connect. That's a big bruh moment. There's the Giga Drain. That's going to be the Mega down. And now it's just a Toxapex. One Pokemon apiece. Giga Drain, starting off with that. K-Skull to start off. Oh, my goodness. This game might have a lot of turn left in it. Oh no. That's one asleep Toxapex. Yeah, I think I might need to speed it up. I got you. Let's put it on normal. Here we go. Yeah. This is just going to be really fast, you think? Yeah, might be a couple of turns left. Let's put it on hyper fast. Oh no. Let's see how many turns this one is. We're heading into turn 45, chaps. Oh no. Cars really making the Shooting Starlies and this Among Us work for it. My goodness, looking for the PP stall here. Septile was so right. Cars does smell. If this is what's happening here. And we're heading into turn 55. And it could be all over, surely. There it is. Cars forfeits. And they lose game number 1. Hoo-wee. Insane stuff. Right. So, we're going to have the Shooting Starlies taking game number 1 here. Okay. So, I have an update for you guys. Cars, the Sleepy Shroomish, and Kondo of the Shooting Starlies forgot to record game number 2. But I can confirm that the winner of game number 2 was Cars and the Sleepy Shroomish. And so that means we're heading to a game number 3. Right here, right now. Game number 3, the last one of the day. Here we go. Gonna be starting off with an Ice Punch here, doing about 50%. That's half of the health bar gone. Oh, and there's the Sleep from the Shooting Starlies and Kondo. Switching into the Gardevoir. Maybe looking to Mega early here. We'll see, though. Considering this Conkeldurr is asleep. The switch into the Sableye. Yeah, and there's the early Mega. Now the switch into the Zeraora. And the Mega Evolve into the Sableye, Mega Sableye here from Cars. Oh, the Protect fails from Cars, and he and it's a force switch. And that's a play rough there. And now Nia on half of their health. There's another quarter of the health bar gone against this Mew. And this Zeraora putting in work. The Psychic, though, doing 45%. Now Cars, they're going to switch in the Conkeldurr again. And it's 71% play rough. And Cars is just forced to switch back and forth between the Mons on the Sleepy Shroomish team. There's so much damage coming out from Kondo and the Shooting Starlies. And now, Cars setting up the chip with the Toxic and the Stealth Rock onto this Mega Gardevoir. But that is Menace 75 going down there. Now, Goku O2 on the board. And switching out into the Garchomp. Poison Jab. Going to do 20. Ooh, the speed boost coming out here from the Sleepy Streamish. Oh, the Mega Horn! And that Garchomp is alive on 1%. My goodness. And the Swords Dance. That's not going to help considering there are Stealth Rocks on the field. So as soon as that Garchomp is switched back in, it's going to go out. And there goes the Zorora as well. Now, into the Milotic. Swords Dance. Coming out here from Cars. Scald gonna take it out. And now it may seem like it's 2-1 in terms of the Pokemon advantage, but that Garchomp has 1% health. So, you got to remember that. And this Mew also going to go down. Not sure if that was the best switch that Cars could have done there. Now we've got the Cloud on the board here. And the Toxic coming out. Gonna trade the status effects. The Dazzling Gleam going to do 22% there. Leftovers coming out. The Dazzling Gleam again. 24%. Scald. Trading these kind of middling percents here. 22, 25, 27. The Roost coming out from the Cloud here. The Scald again. And the Leftovers. And the Poison gonna do a lot of damage there. Gonna be switching out into the Mega Sableye. Yeah, chat saying Cars doesn't know about that 60% flinch chance there, and I'm inclined to agree. Cars lacks the critical information, maybe. But there's the 33% of the health from the Mega Sableye. The Protect coming out from the Mega Sableye here. Straight into that Conkeldurr there. Cars now. They are really trying to find and look for a way back in it, but it's Kind of difficult. That is a dead Gardevoir, though. The Healing Wish! Oh my god, it completely slipped my mind! And there goes the Earthquake! My goodness! Healing Wish! And now, into the Bastiodon. Good little play there from Kondo and the Shooting Starlies. Good utilization of all the team members on this team here. The Paralysis. But the Stealth Rock is being set up for that extra chip damage. And the Toxic as well. Ooh, cars might just about get chipped out here. Oh my goodness, that poison. And it's paralyzed, goes through. Oh my god. But the poison still doing so much work. Switching to the Mega Sableye, but look at this, the 12% off of the Stealth Rock. If Karza ever needs to switch in again, that's going to be a lot of damage with the Toxic and the Stealth Rock. The Paralysis! Oh no. However, the Shooting Starlies still do have Pokemon. Double the Pokemon that Karza has on their side. Now the Metal Burst coming out here. The knockoff going to activate there. Metal Burst coming through. And another knockoff. Not sure what the idea is from Karza. I don't know how this is not over. Yes, I agree, Verimex in the chat there. Another knockoff from Karza there. They are really pinning everything on this knockoff, and this knockoff, this next one, should be taking out the Bastiodon, but there's the switch into the Garchomp. And the recover. We're heading into turn 38, guys. But look at the damage. Here we go. The Toxic is there, and the Swords Dance is coming up. This is a sacked Cloud. I'm not sure why that was done from Karza. But it's surely over now. The Stealth Rocks are going to come in and hit. Leaving this Sableye on 50. And there's the Earthquake. Going to end it off. And Kondo and the Shooting Starlies going to take it home. My goodness. Wowee. And those are the games that we saw today. My goodness, guys. I hope you really, really enjoyed that. This is the first week of the Lincoln Pokemon League. Please, please do join in. Tune in next week I made a crossword there. I tried to say tune in and join in at the same time. But please do tune in next week on Sunday. We will be starting off on week 2 of the Lincoln Pokemon League. Thank you all so much for watching. It's been an amazing stream. We had 20 viewers, I think, at one point. It was absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for dropping by. Please do drop by here, twitch.tv/12HuckMeDeath next Sunday, because we're going to be playing week 2 of the Lincoln Pokemon League. Different matchups. Maybe people are going to be switching up their teams. We'll be seeing it all happen next time. But for now, I'll see you next time, guys. The results are on the stream ending slide if you want to see the results. So stick around for the results on the stream end slide. But I'll see you next time, guys. And cheerio!